What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another Blu-ray update video. It's been a long fucking time. It's been a long time.
It's been a long day.
November 2nd was our last true Blu-ray update video. We get a little lazy. We start taking little breaks. We get a lot of Blu-rays. We amass large collections.
Get a little lazy, get a little blazy.
Yep. Smoke one for me. Nature's trees. So we're just going to go through Blu-rays that we've purchased. Not that one. Over the last, I don't know, I'd probably say 2 to 3 months. Because if I truly put everything, at least for me personally, if I put everything I had bought since November 2nd, probably would be 45 minutes just straight up on my own.
I'm sure I have more, but I don't know.
Yeah. So we're skipping time here, and so let's just jump right into it. First one for me is a Wes Anderson film. I still haven't watched it. Blind bought, haven't watched it, and that is Bottle Rocket, the Criterion.
The one that started it all.
Yep, his first film. I've heard mixed things about Bottle Rocket. Have not watched it, but found it at Disc Replay, and you know, can't really pass up a Criterion when you find it at Disc Replay. Although, you know, it was $15, which is essentially what it is online, on Amazon at least, 15-ish. So, but you know, to get it in person, day of, couldn't pass it up. Still really want to watch it, but just haven't found the time.
I got this as a birthday present. Korn Live on the Other Side, Blu-ray.
Nice, bro.
I'm pretty happy I didn't have to buy this because I really wanted it, but they were selling it for $20, and that's about what they go on the internet as well. But I remember, I don't know if this was on Netflix at some point. No, I'm thinking of another one. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw this before, but I was stoked to have it. I really like this performance, even though good old Head isn't with him.
Falling away from me.
And I got another treat for you Korn fans coming up.
Oh, God.
I'm saving the best for last.
Wow. Setting the bar high. Yep. Alright, next for me is the hit psychological thriller that is another victim of mismarketing, and that is Goodnight Mommy. This is a movie that was marketed as a straight up ultra scary horror film through clever editing and in the trailer.
And pure deception.
Yes. This is not a horror movie. This is a psychological thriller that is a very good movie.
It has horror elements to it, but it's certainly not a horror film.
Yes, the cover says Pure Nightmare Fuel from AV Club. I wouldn't say that. I'd say this is a psychological thriller. Really has an open-ended ending. Makes you think, which is always a good time. I love movies where, you know, the ending is left up to interpretation.
I want concrete endings. I don't like to think.
I want Transformers resolution endings. I want
They turn out to not be resolutions and be sequels and threequels.
Yes.
And fourquels.
And soft reboots mid-franchise. But yeah, recommend this movie highly. Watch it. Don't think about it as a horror movie. You're going to walk away disappointed. Which I think we were all initially disappointed, but then upon thinking about it, we had that nice discussion on our podcast, Out of the Basement. Subscribe to us, follow us.
Smash that like button.
Fucking decimate that like button, bro.
Also, if you don't like reading subtitles,
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Don't be a fucking baby. You can read the fucking subtitles. I hate people that are like, I can't watch foreign films because I don't want to read.
Not everyone's as cultured as you, Nate.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fucking reading.
Speaking of culture,
the new hit foreign language film,
Backdraft.
You might have to hold that up a little bit. I'm not sure.
colossally disappointed with the quality of this Blu-ray. It sucks. It's a god-awful transfer, and I almost want to just return it and buy a DVD because it's about the same.
I can't believe the transfer is that bad.
It really is for such a great movie and popular movie.
Yeah, this has your dad in it.
I know. McGuffrey. Anyways, great film. Watch it. Love it. Buy it.
But not on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Just stick with the DVD or VHS at this point.
Next up for me is another blind buy that I still haven't watched because I'm a lazy piece of shit. And that is Looper, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis as the same character. This is allegedly a really great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've only heard positive things about it. However, I've still not found the time to watch this. So
I've never seen it either.
It's about a guy that goes into the past to kill himself from the future, I think.
I don't like to think during movies.
Movies that make me think hurt my feelings.
The AMC's hit television program, Fear the Walking Dead. There's 3 good episodes in here, and I thought they were worth the buy. Where did I find... this wasn't new. This was a disc replay.
It was $12.99, I think.
Yeah.
Did you see that they released, like, literally 2 weeks later, some bullshit special edition?
Oh, really?
That has, like, bonus features on it, because apparently this only has
2 bonus features?
2 bonus features.
I don't care. I really don't care.
Yeah, I was like, who is this for? Who is asking for... Fear the Walking Dead Season 1 didn't have enough bonus features on it.
Yeah.
No one. No one was asking for that.
The best way I could describe this is there's some diamonds in the rough. But it's mostly very rough.
And boy, is it rough. Boy, did I hate every second of any episode I watched. Fuck that. Next up is a classic film. One I love very much.
That I need to watch.
Yes, and that is American Beauty. For some reason, this Blu-ray has just been elusive. Like, it's been on my list for a long time, but I've never run into the wild. Obviously, I could buy it off Amazon anytime I want. But finally, Best Buy had it, so I had to pounce. Pretty decent transfer. Classic movie. About the trials and tribulation of a man in his middle age.
Much like our podcast.
Yep.
Here's another one that I saw recently that I had been just another case of laziness and not watching it, but they added it to Netflix, so I decided to finally watch it, and I loved it. Train Spotting, Obi-Wan Kenobi's prequel story with his bouts with heroin addiction.
when he's handling death sticks.
Yep. And this is so, like, the tone of this movie is just up, down, all over the place.
It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry.
And it'll seriously, like, disturb you. And, but I loved it. If you don't like watching accent-heavy foreign films that are still in English, I wouldn't recommend this for you because they all speak with the thickest Scottish accents you've ever heard, and sometimes it really is hard to understand what they're saying. But nonetheless, give it a try.
Thanks, Jeebus, for subtitles.
Really, yeah, and it's really funny. It also makes you want to commit suicide, and also just, I don't know, it's crazy. It's an insane movie.
And next for me is Chrome Skull, Laid to Rest 2.
Sounds like a hit.
Yes. It is one of those horror movies that I love so much. It is just a straight up slasher. It has tons of awesome kills, a bunch of gore. The second one is decent. The first one I really like Laid to Rest 1, but it doesn't have a Blu-ray release, at least in the United States. So therefore I only have the second one on Blu-ray. And I tried to watch it the other day and I forgot that it takes place literally right after the first one. I haven't seen the first one in so long that I was like, well, probably shouldn't watch this because I have no clue what the fuck's going on.
Speaking of that, one of us needs to invest in a region-free Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
It's becoming a necessity.
It's time for the region. I know Arrow Video had that great flash sale, and a bunch of like the really good stuff that I wanted was all fucking region B shit, because they do region free and region B, and now they're starting to do US releases. But yeah.
Let's see. Should I do a twofer? How many? Yeah. No, I'll do
I've got a lot.
Yeah, I'll do a bunch.
Got a lot here.
I snagged this today when I bought Hateful Eight, which we'll get to. Batman Under the Red Hood. I don't know what was up with the price drop of some of these DC movies.
It's because Batman versus Superman is in theaters.
I guess that would make sense.
Well, it came with the movie money, so.
Yeah. This was like...
That was 10, right?
Yeah, about $10.
Great movie.
It is really good.
Combines two stories, two epic comic book storylines into one movie, and it works. It works surprisingly well.
Mm-hmm. Like it's great. It's a good time if you've never watched like an animated DC universe or Marvel. I've honestly never watched Marvel. He says they're really bad.
They are. Majority.
DC has some stinkers too. Batman Bad Blood was god awful, but give it a try. They're really good, and specifically these really aren't kids cartoons either. Like
No.
there's a lot of cussing and gore and blood and all that stuff that makes film and cinema good and worth watching.
I'll do a 2-for-1 special here.
Okay.
And this would be Band of Brothers and The Pacific on Blu-ray.
Something I also need to get around to watching, but probably never will.
2 massively awesome HBO miniseries. I saw The Pacific before I saw Band of Brothers, so a lot of people say that like The Pacific doesn't hold a flame to Band of Brothers, but I think The Pacific holds up. It's a really good time. It's fucking depressing. Specifically, I want to focus on the Pacific because you don't get too many of the Pacific like World War II stuff. You know, a lot of it is all on the Eastern Front, movie-wise.
Mm.
So, or on the Western Front, because this would be to the east. Whatever. You get shitty movies that are directed by Angelina Jolie, where they don't.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Where they don't focus, on any of the actual brutality that happened.
And it's a PG-13 film taking place in a Japanese concentration camp. What a slap! Hold on. What a slap in the face to real World War II veterans that were actually POWs. They make it look like a fucking cakewalk in that movie. Oh, line up. We're gonna punch you in the face. Yeah, that's bad. But I mean, it's a joke.
They show some real horrible shit in here, so the accuracy is appreciated.
Yeah. I got another Batman joint. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns.
So good.
The deluxe edition, which combines part 1 and part 2. I really loved part 2 more than 1. I mean, I loved part 1, but 2 was like insanely good. But this edition combines both of the movies together
Seamlessly.
which is awesome. And I also picked this up today for the low of like $11.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
Really loving the DC sale that's going on. I may have to go back when I get paid, pick up some more jams. But yeah, real stoked on this.
It's a good one.
Very awesome.
It's an expensive one too.
Yeah, it is. Because I remember we were at Best Buy, not ours, but the other one, and it was like $25. Or
Yeah, it was like 25.
and I was contemplating buying it. So I mean, when I found it for $11.99, just imagine my excitement.
This next movie has a curiosity about it that I really, which is why I purchased it, and it is The Black Waters of Echo's Pond. This movie came out in like 2009, and I saw it in theaters, and it didn't come out on Blu-ray until last year. So I kind of just bought it.
Slow and steady wins the race.
It apparently didn't make enough money to even get a Blu-ray release, so that's why it took so long. It didn't even have a DVD release either. It just straight up didn't exist.
Mm.
So like I had always wondered what had happened to this movie, and then I finally saw it. Like I saw it got released, and then I saw it at Disc Replay for $3.99. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it. It's probably fucking shitty, but I just want to watch it again because like I just have these weird like memories about it in my head. So that is why I purchased this movie.
Speaking of weird memories in our heads, Jackass 3, the 3D version, and it also comes with the 3D glasses, 4 pairs of them.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
Of that really shitty 3D.
Yeah.
The fucking glasses, the purple and blue, or
But,
red and blue.
The rest of the Jackass films desperately need a Blu-ray release. How about a Jackass anthology where it comes with the TV show, Jackass 1 through 3 and 3.5. That's what I should have said, 1 through 3.5. Because the only Jackass movies that have Blu-ray releases are Jackass 3, 3.5, and Bad Grandpa, but that doesn't count. That movie sucks.
Bad Grandpa totally counts. I'm like gonna die here.
But, so, get on it, Paramount. What the fuck are you waiting on? Like, everyone's gonna buy that. Everyone wants this on a Blu-ray release.
That is weird. They don't have Blu-ray releases.
It's bullshit, because...
They're huge movies.
Yeah. I mean, I have the best memories growing up. I think every person
I didn't
our age
really
does.
care for Jackass 3, but yeah, I could get
Yeah,
down.
I mean, it's certainly the weakest one, but nonetheless.
I can get down with 1 and 2, especially 1, Golf Course Air Horn. It's my favorite. Those guys get so fucking pissed, and they're just playing golf.
I really love Jackass 2.5 too. Like that is a great movie in itself. It's a documentary, but they
isn't that the one where like Johnny Knoxville's talking about how like no one wanted to do Jackass for a while but him, and he like filmed himself running into stop signs.
Yeah, it's like they had finally stopped filming, and like he didn't want to stop filming because he loves Jackass so much, and he said that like it's funner than real life, so he just wanted to keep getting as much footage as possible. And they said in 2.5 that they filmed so much for Jackass 2 that they had 2 full movies worth of stuff. So I really love Jackass 2.5. That actually might be my favorite Jackass release.
Interesting. Up next, another blind buy, another movie I still haven't watched because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Akira, for you Animu fans out there. Obviously, I've only ever heard good things about this. This is like a thing, you know, where if you're even remotely interested in anime, you should watch this. And I consider myself remotely interested. So it was on sale for like $15. It's usually like $30 because the only place you can buy this, of course, is at Best Buy or online. And you know how Best Buy goes with their anime prices, through the fucking roof.
Yep.
So I had to pick it up just because it was for the low.
It's still not really that expensive. Like today I saw it for like $21.99. That's really not that bad for anime.
They put it on sale and then they lowered the general price, which was cool.
Yeah. All 4 of the Batman movies of the 80s and 90s.
Fuck yeah.
I think I got like a Target gift card for Christmas or my birthday or something.
Fuck yeah. And fuck yeah.
So I finally decided just to pick it up. I was going to get the Batman, like the anthology pack, you know, the big one, but I was like, if I'm getting this for free, hell with it. Yeah. Like I said, I got a gift card.
There's not really bonus features for any of those movies anyway, so the whole anthology pack is literally just this, but in a different box. Because there's really not a lot of bonus features.
Yeah. So I was definitely stoked to finally pick this up and own them all on Blu-ray.
Stop the hate on Batman and Robin. That movie's shitty, but it seems to be shitty on purpose.
It seems to be. Yes.
Like, I clearly think that it's an homage to 60s Batman, and obviously to sell toys.
Yep. Which worked. Yeah. I had a lot.
Another blind buy, another movie I still haven't watched because I'm a piece of shit. There's a reoccurring theme here in my pile, and and that is Gangs of New York.
Great film. I haven't seen it in years.
For the quick 5 at Target, couldn't pass it up. Obviously, I've only heard good things. I like Leo. I like Daniel Day-Lewis. Cameron Diaz is whatever. It's a Martin Scorsese joint, so...
you know it's good.
So I'm sure I'm going to like it, because I've liked every movie I've seen from him. And that's the end
if
of
you're
that.
not accustomed to Martin Scorsese's films, and you are sensitive to language, especially racial language in Gangs of New York, not for you.
Huh.
Not for you. The N-bomb is dropped many a times. And not by a black person either.
Wow. Wow. Ka-chow.
Great film, one of my all-time favorites, Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton. Amazing performance. You got 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Adapted Screenplay and Billy Bob Thornton as Carl Withers.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yep. I love his name. Billy Bob Thornton.
Remember when he was married to Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, and they wore like vials of each other's blood around their neck.
Fucked up.
That isn't weird at all. Awesome film. If you have not seen this, do not sleep. I have not watched the Blu-ray version of it yet. I'm worried about the transfer. Yeah. I don't know why, but highly recommend that movie.
Next up for me is David Cronenberg's The Fly, with this weird paper slipcover on it it's like got the little glue, the sticky things. So I'm just leaving it on there because it's kind of a cool little piece of art. I haven't seen this movie in a long fucking time, but obviously David Cronenberg, master of body horror, basically get to see Jeff Goldblum fall apart and turn into a big fly monster man, and it's really gory, it's really gruesome. Ashley refuses to watch this movie because it freaks her out so much because of the body horror elements.
I'm going to do a 2 for Tuesday, and I don't know if I updated these the last time we did.
I don't think so.
But the Daniel Gregg collection.
Daniel Gregg.
And the Pierce Brosnan collection. Good stuff. Obviously, Spectre's not in here. Have to wait until I find that at Disc Replay for $3.99.
Not even.
But I grew up with these. This was obviously the bond of our childhood, and I absolutely love the movies and all of their flaws.
There's only one good one.
Anyways, so yeah, very stoked on these. Love D. Craig and P. Bronson.
Yep, it's a good time.
Love them to death.
Daniel Craig besides Quantum of Solace and Spectre. So 2 out of 4, not bad. Another blind buy, another movie I haven't watched because I'm extremely lazy, and that is SpongeBob, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. This movie had really good reviews. I saw, a lot of people say it was awesome. I believe it's written by the original writers of SpongeBob, and it's complete mismarketing. Like, the 3D animation is apparently a very small section of the movie, and most of the movie is the standard classic 2D SpongeBob animation.
I had no idea.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's like a huge mismarketing, and that's why everyone was like, what the fuck are they doing with this movie? But, yeah, apparently it's just a really small start.
Okay.
Bought this at Disc Replay for $6, and the digital code worked, so...
Always a good time.
Always a win.
How many more you get left? You got a lot.
I have a pretty nice stack.
I'll just do one by one then. Moonrise Kingdom, the non-Criterion version, which I still want to get the Criterion version because this transfer isn't very, very good.
It's good. Are you kidding? The movie's just got weird colors.
It's weird. Wes Anderson does not use weird colors in his movies. Or any type of color palette. By that means.
His movies are all gray.
Yep. Fantastic movie. Can't really go wrong with Wes Anderson. Except the only 3 I haven't seen, I guess, is Rushmore, Bottle Rocket, and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What about the Royal Tenenbaums?
Yeah, I've seen Royal Tenenbaums. Love Royal Tenenbaums. Great movie. Was very surprised. I didn't know how I was going to like it, seeing as how the main characters are both very young kids. But
there's some weird moments in that movie.
strange moments. But
It's okay.
and Bill Murray knocks it out of the park as per usual. But his character obviously has a very small role, but every scene he's in is hilarious.
Next up for me is Iron Man 2. Not the best, not the worst. It's a $5.99er.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about Iron Man 2. It gets you a bird, it gets you 1,000 birds.
Here's another Wes Anderson joint, Life Aquatic.
Underrated.
Oh, yes, colossally underrated.
It's his lowest rated film, and it's his best.
Yeah.
Riddle me that.
Makes no sense. Classic, whether you like to think that or not. You're
Owen
wrong.
Wilson, Bill Murray, Jeff Goldblum, Willem Dafoe, all absolutely murder. Life Aquatic is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it took them so fucking long to put it on Blu-ray. Almost legitimately like 8 years.
Yeah.
For a Blu-ray release for that movie. Fuck. Next up for me, a real winner, Final Destination 2. I paid $3 for this. It's pretty stupid. It's a pretty dumb, fun movie, but I like watching them because they're entertaining. Just to watch people get murdered in various ways. Although I never saw anything past the third one, so I can't really speak for the whole franchise.
Good enough. Good enough. My next one is another Wes Anderson. I was gonna lump them all together, but
Jelly.
Yeah.
Ooh. The hell?
it was just like that. There's some little stupid bumps on the back, but anyways, Darjeeling Limited, awesome movie. What else are you gonna say? Like I said, you can't go wrong with Wes.
That
Wes
Criterion
Anderson.
sale.
Yeah, I hopped on that. Even
Next
though it
up-
wasn't that big of a sale, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Next up for me, a purchase today, and that is The Hateful Eight, the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Gotta say, right out of the gate, love the packaging, love the movie, special features, suck my balls. There's only two special features, and they're both puff pieces, and they're only like 5 to 7 minutes long a piece. And I was extremely disappointed.
Wow.
Because there's a making of, and I was like, oh great, they're going to go into it. Or I figured there'd be some special features about some of the controversy this movie got brought up when the script leaked. Quentin Tarantino wasn't going to make it. Then he was like, okay, I guess I'll make it. And just change some things. So, yeah, great movie. Transfer so far, I've watched about half of the movie, is fantastic. It is not the 70mm version, so it is the regular wide release of the movie, so it is shorter. It doesn't have those couple scenes that were only in the Roadshow version, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping that this would have the other scenes in it. So yeah, but still cool case, good movie. Fuck those special features.
Now for my Steelbook extravaganza. First one is Ant-Man. I was expecting this to be the usual 20, but boy was I.
Yeah, fuck
wrong.
that.
It was like $30.
Best Buy's doing this thing now where they've gotten wind of people like flipping their steelbooks because they're so limited. So now it seems like they're raising the price. Like today, for instance, Hateful Eight was $19.99 for the standard Blu-ray, and then $24.99 for the steelbook. And Ant-Man was $20 for the for the regular, $30 for the steelbook. So
Knock it off, Best Buy. Quit breaking my balls.
I mean, even if Star Wars is $30, I'm still gonna buy that because yeah,
that's a given. It could honestly be $100, and I'd still drop $100 off.
a quick.
But don't take advantage of me, Best Buy.
A quick other steelbook for me from Best Buy, but it wasn't expensive, and that is Watchmen, the director's cut. This is my 4th copy of Watchmen on Blu-ray. Some people might say I have a problem. Some people might say, go fuck yourself. This is just a great packaging. It was only $7, and the minute I saw the packaging, I was just like, yep, this is getting bought.
I just keep holding out for the Dr. Manhattan head.
Yeah.
I just want that one so bad. And I really want the DVD version of Rorschach as well, just to have it.
Best Buy had the Dr. Manhattan head for a long time, but
yeah, I remember.
I don't know what happened to it. So
yeah. Next one is the appropriate Man of Steel steelbook. And,
jealous.
LOL. I ran into this in the wild, as you can see by the tag. I got this at Disc Replay. Nothing on the back. Kind of dumb.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird.
But nonetheless, it's still very cool.
And it's a great fucking movie.
Yes, it is. It's better than Batman vs. Superman.
Batman vs. Superman is still pretty good. I'm going to do a 3-for-1 special because they're all movies that have a similar theme, and that is A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, and 2010: A Space Odyssey, or The Year We Made Contact, which is not directed by Stanley Kubrick. However, it is obviously the sequel to 2001. 2001 is a masterpiece movie that everyone should own and everyone should watch and everyone should appreciate. The storyline, you may not get it, but however, from even the technical standpoint, this movie should be appreciated. Clockwork Orange, I haven't seen, but I've heard nothing but great things about it, and it's allegedly very disturbing. 2010, another movie that I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard good things about it. So I've heard it's not as good as 2001, but it's still worth a watch. So for the quick $3.99 for all of those, how can I resist?
Hateful Eight. We just talked about that, so it is what it is.
That was quick.
Yep.
Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. This CG movie that everyone hates for some reason because it is labeled Final Fantasy, which is kind of sucks because has nothing to do with Final Fantasy at all, which I can see some people being turned off by that. However, I think this is still a good movie on its own when you separate it from the Final Fantasy franchise.
Sounds good to me. Straight out of Compton's Steelbook. Not sure. I don't think. No, that was in January, so this wasn't on the last update.
Target exclusive.
Target exclusive. I got there like first in line as soon as I got off of work, and there was a plethora.
They
of
still
billion
have
copies.
it. They still have it.
So I obviously copped this right away, and I slept on the Creed Steelbook.
We're still, we're in the Best Buy mode for these things, where you got to get there early, or you're not going to get one at all. Next up, I guess I'll just rapid fire. Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, best Mission Impossible movie to date. My favorite movie, or my second favorite movie of last year, behind Star Wars. So technically, it could have been my favorite movie of last year because Star Wars was a given. And yeah, this is just a fantastic movie. I don't even understand it. Like, I was bored one day, had nothing else to do. I was like, yeah, I'll go watch Mission Impossible finally because I had been putting it off. And then I walked away with my mind blown. So yeah, good times, good times. Next up, classic, Saving Private Ryan. This movie is fucking fantastic.
Vin Diesel was the bomb.
Yes, and Matt Damon. He's always getting rescued from shit. Yeah, what is there to say about Saving Private Ryan that you probably already don't know? I don't know. Just buy the fucking Blu-ray.
Super jealous of your next pickup.
Oh yes, for the quick $3.99, double feature of Bram Stoker's Dracula and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Hot.
Two hot movies. Frankenstein, not so much, but Dracula, pretty fucking awesome. It was just weird. It was weird that they had the disc replay had a double feature for the low.
Yeah, usually their double features are crazy.
Yeah, so $3.99, and I've seen both of these movies separate at disc replay for like $5 to $7.99. But I got the double feature, so who cares? And usually these double features, they don't market. They have the special features, but then they do anyway. I also like the look at the only description for Bram Stoker's Dracula is Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder star in a tortured tale of a charismatic vampire based on the tale of the Prince of Darkness.
Ozzy Osbourne? I'm the Prince of fucking
I'm the Prince of fucking darkness. Hey, look at that.
What do you know?
What do you know?
What are the odds?
Last but not least, It Follows. A movie that I was disappointed by because it is also a victim of mismarketing. It was marketed as an extremely scary horror movie. However, when you actually watch the movie, it's more just like kind of like Goodnight Mommy. It's like a psychological thriller that has horror elements and it has homages to certain horror films, like Halloween. Good pawn shop pickup for cool $4. Digital code did work, so double bonus. It's a good movie, and I like it for $4. So yeah.
I told you guys I had a banger. And
Oh, yeah.
now I'm gonna deliver.
I forgot all about that.
Found this at Salvation Army for dirt. The VHS of the Family Values Tour, 1998. Look at that lineup, why don't you? Korn, Limp Bizkit, Ice Cube, Orgy, and Rammstein.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. What Ice Cube songs are on here?
We got
F the Police.
Check Yourself remix. It was a good day. Fuck the police and fuck dying.
Wow. And it has Limp Bizkit playing Jump Around.
Yeah, they're playing some real hits. They're playing Faith, Counterfeit, Jump Around in Cambodia, because this was obviously 98 was pre.
That was
chocolate starfish hot dog flavored water.
I think that was pre.
Yeah, they were just getting ready to release.
What's it called?
Yep.
What is the name?
Significant Other.
Yep. There you go.
So, Cambodia got changed to a different. Like they rewrote some of it and like changed the title. So, Cambodia is not on their discography anywhere. Just live performances. So that's cool.
Ready date.
I couldn't tell you how excited I was to find this in the wild.
Tape.
So hopefully the tape still works. I haven't tested it yet. It's 86 minutes long.
Yeah,
amazing.
Good stuff.
Amazing. I am the biggest sucker for nu metal. So
I would have bought that shit too. Fuck.
I also found, I didn't bring it, I found a Woodstock 94 VHS as well that I bought, which is cool. But where's that Woodstock 99 VHS?
Where's the riots at? Huh?
Yeah. There's I don't know if there's a VHS, there probably is. I know there's a DVD of Woodstock 99 that I will purchase one of these days. I think it's still pretty high in price if I'm not mistaken, for a good reason.
Yep, because it was hype.
But even though all of the full sets of like all of the bands are on YouTube, but still, you gotta own the physical.
Yeah,
you gotta be able to touch it.
You gotta own the physical. So that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you for watching.
See you in another 8 months.
Yeah, see you in another 8 months when we do another update video. Subscribe to our channel. We're doing lots of things: figure reviews, podcast segments, Blu-ray updates, Blu-ray reviews, possibly in the future, because I've got some Arrow video releases that I'll want to do a little bit more of a spotlight on, because they've got some things in them. Those should be coming soon in the mail, hopefully. Follow us on SoundCloud, where you can listen to our podcast that comes out every single week for the most part. Sometimes it's on Monday, sometimes it's on Tuesday, sometimes we skip a week. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.